Hey, it's Fedor and Bud Shaw from cleveland.com. Bud, did you hear the Browns are unveiling a new logo on Tuesday?
Yeah, I did hear something about that, and I also heard what fans had to say about it when I looked on cleveland.com today at the bottom of Tom Reed's story. I then did a post about it.
Yeah.
I heard everything from using Larry, Moe, and Curly as the new logo to an actual dumpster fire. So you can imagine how this has gone over. And the reason it's gone over that way isn't that people are so tied to the logo that they have. It's that they're just incredulous that after the kind of season they had, including a season ticket hike, that they could be spending time worried about this. It speaks to people, it says to people that this is all about style and not substance. And I think after how many years now since 1999? People want to see more substance, that's all.
Okay, here's the funny thing to me. When people always say, why don't you concentrate on winning or concentrate on finding a quarterback? What are you doing?
You can multitask.
You think?
Yeah,
maybe?
Can, yeah. They might not be able to, but most people can.
It's like, you're right. They're spending all of their time coming up with this new logo design, and they're not worried about the on-field product.
When they're not answering questions about texting the sidelines, they're dealing with the logo, and that's the only two things they're dealing with.
All right, let's go through the history of this Browns logo. Right now, it's a big orange helmet, but before, Brownie Elf. Would you be okay with that if they brought that back?
I would be okay with anything except the elf, a dog, or the elf riding bareback on the dog. I don't want any of those connections. To me, that just reminds people of what they aren't anymore. They're not the 50s Browns. They're not the 80s Browns. Find your own way, do whatever you want with it, but not that. Let's stop looking back.
You know what I think of when I think elves?
Middle Earth.
I think Santa's little helpers. This is football. It's supposed to be a man's game. You don't want an elf on your helmet or on your jersey or somewhere.
Well, we know that this is part of a total rebranding, right? That's going to include the uniform change. So I would expect that the new logo is going to have something to do with the colors that we're going to see Nike present in the uniforms.
Okay,
I don't know how they'll present it, but that's what I think.
Let's keep going through. Okay, there was that one with the old school face mask. Okay, moving on. Next one. Ah,
wow,
there we go.
That's so much different.
Okay, and now what is it? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That's not now. That was a little bit earlier. Okay, now, there we go.
Well, we can say with some certainty that when they were planning that one that they did nothing else in that building but come up with that gray face mask.
I'll say this, Bud.
Apparently the new one has leaked out. It's not supposed to be unveiled until Tuesday, but I think we just gave people a glimpse of it.
All right. They do need a new logo, and just so everybody stops freaking out, they're not going to put a new logo on the helmet. There was an agreement between former owner Randy Lerner and new owner Jimmy Haslam that they wouldn't touch the helmet in terms of a logo. They might change the helmet face mask the way that they have recently from white to gray. Maybe it's going to be brown. But I do think that they need a new logo, Bud, because they're the only team in the NFL that is represented by just color on a helmet. And that's very hard for a fan base, especially like my generation, that wants to get into the style and the trends.
Hey, in their defense, I agree with you. They should be doing things like this. But in their defense, it would look so much better if they had just come off a 9-7 season.
Yes, that's true.
And they were seen as kind of the hot new team in the league, as opposed to losing 5 in a row and having Texgate and a quarterback in rehab and a wide receiver finally grievance against the team. Have I missed anything?
No, I think you got it all. But you got the Texgate thing. That's
important.
There
we go.
Yes. But I'm tired of them being the Cleveland orange helmets. What do you think it's going to be, Bud?
I really don't know. I think that it's going to have something to do with those colors, and I think we're going to see like a more metallic look, something that Nike's going to present to them that I think is going to make them look really. I'm excited, and I don't really care about uniforms, but I'm actually excited to see what they do because I have found the old ones, and I'll get in trouble for this, just to be so bland.
Tuesday. That's when it happens, a new logo for your Cleveland Browns. Until then, continue to submit your entries, what you think the new logo should be. You can do that at in the comments section at the bottom of the post.